Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Eerie cast. My co-host Gusty.
Yeah, yeah.
Today we're going to be doing the top five creepiest photographs. Is what it
Top
is?
five's creepiest and most convincing
Convincing
paranormal photographs
paranormal
ever taken.
ever taken. Yeah,
Yeah. Hey,
top
hey,
five. All right, it's gonna be
y'all.
interesting. All right, let's go. This is video going.
When searching for the existence of ghosts, photographs can be pretty convincing. There are always a few images that, even for non believers, are hard to debunk. Now, here are five very strange photographs that are thought to show
Oi,
the
what the
existence of
hell?
paranormal beings. Hit those lights, sit
The
back,
hell?
and enjoy.
That's freaky. I don't like that one.
Toowoomba Suicide Ghost. This thought to be ghost photograph was taken by a hiker in Toowoomba in
Pause it.
Queensland, Australia.
Have you ever seen? I don't know. In my videos, on my pictures that I've taken in the past, sometimes you get like a red eye. What is the cause of that? Do you know?
That's just from the
That effect.
flash of the camera.
And it looks creepy sometimes. It comes out sometimes it comes out pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard that like there's some people that I don't know if it's the color of their eyes or whatever the deal is, but yeah, they get red eyes a lot worse than other
Right.
people. But I think
Yeah, that's what I
nowadays
noticed.
with like modern cameras, they automatically have like red eye reduction in them.
Oh, okay.
That's why
Okay,
you
that
don't see
makes
it
sense.
as often anymore. You see it in like
Yeah, I don't.
old cameras or you
Old
see it in like
videos, yeah,
old
for
digital
sure.
cameras and stuff like that, but not so much anymore.
Okay, continue.
I think the
Just had a
trick is
question.
is that now the iPhones and the Google phones are preventing us from seeing demons.
That'd be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Demons,
Mm-hmm. We
demons.
should look into that. We should definitely look
Yeah.
at
Now, this
diamonds.
particular site where the photo was taken has long been a notorious suicide spot, where more
Huh.
than 150 residents have taken their lives in the last 4 years. Well, when a hiker was passing through in August of 2015, he felt like someone was watching him and had a feeling of dread that he couldn't explain.
Ew,
He
creepy.
took some scenic photographs, and when looking back through them, he spotted something very strange. In one of the photographs, it appeared to show a man staring at the camera. He
That
appears
looks
to have a
so
bald
weird.
head, facial hair, and is wearing a red
Look
jumper.
weird.
The hiker is confident no
It
one was
doesn't
there
look
whilst
like
he
it's
was
part
taking
of
the
the photo.
photos and believes it could be the ghost of a man who committed suicide in that.
Doesn't it? It
It
looks
looks
like it's just put there.
yeah, it looks fake.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks really, really odd. Look out of place odd.
Yeah, it looks weird.
Hmm.
Location. The locals have also said that although the area is popular with hikers, it's unusual for them to wear such a striking colour, as they prefer to blend in with the surroundings. It's pretty
What?
creepy, and to add more to the story, the town of Toowoomba, where it was taken, has a reputation as being one of Australia's most haunted places, with an array of ghost sightings being reported over the years. So, what do you think of the photograph? Is it a hiker mistaken for a ghost, an illusion from the trees, or is it the ghost of a man who lived or committed suicide in that area?
I don't know. That look fake as hell. I don't
Phantom
know.
helicopter
Yeah, it
pilot.
looks fake.
This next photo is a good one.
Phantom pilot at Fleet Air Arms Center in Yelverton.
It was taken
Yeah,
in
I
1987
had to
when
like
Mrs. Sayer was
read that
visiting
out
Fleet
loud.
Air Arms Station in
Ooh, a
Somerset,
Concorde.
England. You can see Mrs. Sayer in the helicopter and what seems to be another person in there with her sat in the other seat.
Oh yeah.
Mrs. Sayer told an investigator at the Society for Psychic Research that no one was sat next to her in the retired helicopter, but she does remember feeling cold and strange when she sat there, even though it was a
that's
relatively
weird.
hot day. We do know the helicopter she was in was used.
Yeah, telling you, living in the South, I would love to be in a cold haunted house. Like just ghosts everywhere, just keep me nice and cool during the summer. That'd
Yeah.
be an amazing exchange.
During the Falklands War in 1982, the conflict that lasted 74 days and resulted in the death of 907 people. Now, it's not known whether or not a pilot died in the aircraft, but if they
Huh.
did, then some say that could explain the ghostly figure. There has been some speculation surrounding the photo, though, with people saying the figure could be a light reflection, and others have said, why was Mrs. Sayer wearing a coat if it was a hot day? But in the years that have passed, and with all the research that has been
Huh.
done on this photo, no explanation has been brought forward, and it's never been proved that the photo was tampered with. The
Weird.
Watcher. There is something
Hmm.
so eerie
That
about
is
an old
weird.
photograph.
I mean, it could just be some kind of matrix thing, like maybe there's nobody there, but there's just kind of like reflections of different things. But I mean, it
No,
strikingly looks like a person. Like they're wearing a white T-shirt. There's their neck. There's their face. It even looks like they have like a cap, like a like the veterans and stuff like that will wear every once in a while.
yeah, it's kind of weird. I think it's someone.
Yeah.
The Watcher. There is something so eerie about an old photograph. Just the way the crumbly, low-resolution image looks makes it all the more scary. While this next photograph is an old one, thought to have been taken by a church minister in 1959. It was taken at the Corroboree Rock, a conservation reserve in the Northern Territory of Australia. This area is of great significance to the local Aboriginal people, and the rock itself is a sacred site to the Eastern Arrernte people. It's here where many Aboriginal celebrations and spiritual rites would have taken place. When looking at the photo, you can see it looks like a transparent woman wearing a long gown who seems to be holding something up to her face. The speculation is that she's holding up a pair of binoculars, hence the photo being called The Watcher. It sure is creepy, and because of the age of the photo, it's very likely to be authentic. But that doesn't prove that it's paranormal. It
Yeah,
could
I
be
have to
double
agree.
exposure
Whatever
or
that
an
is,
illusion from the
there's
trees.
something
What
there.
do you think?
Because I do a lot of photoshopping, and that's definitely real. Whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, I think it's just supposed to be like a Eerie mentioned Eerie like photo. Like she just looks sort of like translucent, but I mean, this is old school photography, so she could probably moving, and then that kind of gives you that weird kind of like
Yeah.
translucent look. But I mean, they even named it the Watcher because supposedly she's like out there bird watching.
Paranormal.
But it's supposed to be a lady, but she looks like she's bald.
Kind of, yeah.
I don't know
It
about
could be
that
a
one.
double exposure or an illusion from the trees.
Yeah,
What do you
double
think?
exposure. Yeah.
It's long been thought that animals and babies are more sensitive to seeing ghosts than adults. And if that's true, then this next photograph certainly backs it up. Now, there isn't a whole lot of information on this picture, but I
That
think it speaks for itself.
is fucking
It's
horrific.
unsure where or when this was taken, but you can see that it's in a house, and by the quality of the photo, I would say it's sometime in the 1990s. It shows a child playing on the floor
Yeah,
who
that
is
is
looking at
weird.
what appears to be the misty figure of a person who is also on the floor. People have said that it's the ghost of the child's grandfather, and others have said it's the child's mother
Yeah,
who
this
had
picture
passed away.
definitely is creepy. Because
You
look
can
at the
only hope to
back.
find the
There's a
source
Super
of the photo.
Nintendo. So this is a legit picture, dude.
Yeah, like it's got like
That's
a
creepy.
tail, and it's like I don't know. That is so. I mean, it could just be like a like old photographs. I think if you expose the film to light, or if you touch it or whatever before it's developed, it'll cause like a weird like streak. But that is just too weird of a streak. Like you could tell like there's legs and feet and
Yeah.
arms, a head, and what looks like to be a diaper. Like the tail part, I'm like, okay, like yeah, that's something wrong with the photograph or something. But then the rest of this, that is just downright creepy.
Yeah, that is weird.
Is that kid holding a light gun, like a Nintendo light gun?
Yeah.
Is that a Super Nintendo I see?
Yeah, back there, yeah.
I thought that you'd be more jazzed about it. What game does it look like they're playing?
Um, from here, it looks like Super Mario World, but
Photo and ask them. I'm also sure I've seen more photos to go with this, but I've spent days searching and cannot find anything. One thing's for sure though, it certainly doesn't seem like a fake photo. Some people have said that it could be a light reflection or a double exposure, and others think it's genuine proof of the paranormal. And others
So
think
wait,
it's
are we say like in the beginning? It's like, oh, kids and dogs are more perceptive to paranormal. Is that why the
yeah.
kid's holding the light gun? Because he sees this freaky ass thing there?
Could be.
He's like, I got him, Dad. Don't worry. Blam, blam, blam.
No, I don't think they were able to see it like at the time.
The White Lady of St. Mary's Church. Now, this next photo comes with an old
In
tale.
North
It's the
Norfolk.
White Lady of St. Mary's Church that's been a local legend in Worcester, England since the 1800s. It's claimed that the White Lady would appear in the church every Christmas Eve, and anyone who's seen her would suffer an untimely death. It's believed that one brave man tried to debunk the legend by staying in the church on Christmas Eve. He entered the church and climbed the bell tower to settle in for the night. But when he did not return the next day, his friends went looking for him. They found him huddled in the tower dying, and his last words were,
I always
"I've
find
seen her."
churches creepy when they have like cemeteries just like that, like just next door.
I mean, that's how it like used to be, you know.
Yeah, yeah. But it's creepy. Just
Yeah,
imagine going to church on a Sunday and then like there's a cemetery there.
yeah, it's kind of creepy.
What if
Why
you
would he
stay
go into
late? You
the
know?
bell tower to take a nap? That's weird.
I don't know.
That's the tale, and in August of 1975, Diane Bethelot and her family were on holiday in this area. Mrs. Bethelot had been unwell for some time following an operation, and since it was a hot day and they were passing by St. Mary's Church, she decided to go in to sit down.
Huh.
Whilst there, she prayed silently and her husband and son took photographs of the church. Mrs. Bethelot says she vividly remembers feeling warm and tingly whilst praying, and after her prayer, the family left and continued on with their day. 6 months later, when the roll of film from their holiday was developed, an incredible image was revealed. It clearly shows a woman in white sitting directly behind Mrs. Bethelot. Her husband, who took the photograph, is more than confident that no one was in the church apart from them. After finding the photo and learning about the tale of the White Lady, the Bethelot family returned to the church and showed the photo to the vicar. He told them that he thought the White Lady was not evil like once thought and was a caring and healing soul. It was then when Mrs. Bethelot revealed to the public that she believes the contact with the ghost on that day had a positive effect on her previous illness and boosted her health and spiritual well-being. So maybe this was the ghost of the White Lady and she wasn't so bad after all. One thing's for sure, this is probably one of the most authentic, believed paranormal photos I've ever seen.
Okay, the only thing that trips me out is that it looks like it's a lady, but her back is to her. Like this is like her, like a hat or some kind.
Hmm.
But then when you look down, it looks like there's shoes and pants. I don't really know what I'm looking at.
You know, what's interesting? Interesting that I don't know for just for me. I don't know how you feel about it, but being in churches at night for whatever reason, I find it creepy. And what I mean at night, I mean like not like a service, but I'm talking more like let's just say you stay, you have to do something, and then it's like you're just kind of waiting on someone, and then sometimes you have to wait in the chapel, and you're just waiting. Sometimes I find it kind of creepy. I don't know why. I get that sense. I'm not sure if it's just the devil trying to attack and having,
A crisis of faith or
just
something.
thoughts. Yeah, like I don't know. More in cat. Some people feel it more in Catholic churches, because they have all these freaking idols and all kinds of like statues.
Yeah,
But but in Christian ones, not as much. But I've been on the Catholic ones, and those are like some of them have some weird, you know, archangels, and you know what I mean, like
yeah. I get
just
what you
standing
mean.
there. Just
Yeah,
if
there's a
you
lot
really
of
just sit
creepy
down,
statues
if
and
you just
stuff.
sit down and just like looking around, like it starts kind of getting creepy, especially if you're the only one in there.
Yeah, I get that.
Because I remember my dad, so he used to do different churches, right? And then sometimes I would help him out. So sometimes he would do also Catholic churches. And I remember one time I stayed there for whatever reason because he had to pick me up, and I stayed there maybe for like an hour. And it was like a big church. I don't remember where this church was at. I can't remember because I was younger. But I do remember just looking around. I'm like, dude, this is kind of creepy in here. Like, even though it's supposed to be like, the God's, temple or whatever, but you're just getting a weird feeling around.
Yeah, I mean, I get that though. Like it's, but I mean, it's like because it's a big empty building, or is it because I don't
I
know.
guess because there's just a bunch of like, statues everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It just looks weird.
hmm. Yeah. Churches can be
Have you ever
creepy.
have you ever been to a Catholic church
Yeah,
inside?
yeah,
Oh yeah? Okay.
yeah. We were like raised lax, laps Catholic, laps Catholic, whatever. We would
Hmm.
only go to Sunday service when my grandmother was in town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But was the church like big and like creepy looking, or was it
Oh
just
yeah,
those typical, just like those
yeah. It freaked
typical
me
ones
out
with
because
no?
I'd like never gone to church really. Like I said, maybe we go to church once a year, and then when my grandmother was in town or something. And I remember going one time and just being completely freaked out. I don't know why. Like just
Right.
something about the church like just didn't feel right to me.
Mhm.
But what was weird is that like I met the priest. The priest was a really good guy. I didn't know he was father or priest of that church. I just knew him around the neighborhood because he'd just been around the neighborhood and he was a cool guy. So I was like,
Oh,
oh, okay,
okay.
cool. Like he's the whatever. He's the priest or the father of that church. I mean, that's pretty
Right.
cool, you know. Like he was really well known in the neighborhood, and uh, like he was really glad to see us. Or like, oh yeah, this is our one time a year thing. We come to church, and he's like, well, at least you came once, you know. Like, yeah, hey, thanks. But yeah, like I remember being like, you know, a kid and just being
Um,
like completely freaked out about,
I
you
don't
know,
know.
being in the
I
church.
I don't know if this is a true story, but this is what I heard
Mm,
that you know that the church in Rosemead, right?
yeah,
So I used to be part of the Spanish service,
right.
and they say that apparently that they actually took a coffin there when someone passed away. This was like in 90,
I heard
like
that
90,
story. I've heard that story.
and that
They
supposedly.
try to resurrect the person in the
Yeah,
coffin. Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. They're trying to resurrect. Yeah, it's weird, huh? Like, I don't know. I wasn't there, but I just heard this. Like, that's
That
crazy.
that really happened.
And I think,
From
and
what I
and I think
understand, that really happened, and that is what caused
because they didn't,
that
yeah,
Spanish church to dissolve.
they couldn't accept the death, I guess, of that person. From what I heard,
Well,
they're just
no,
like,
from what I understand, the Spanish church started dabbing into like Santeria.
mm.
So
And that
like
was the
supposedly
downfall too. Yeah,
some lady showed up and she was like a prominent person in the Spanish church, and she just all of a sudden started doing rituals and was telling the dead body to rise from the dead, and I guess everyone there was just so freaked out, like everybody just quit that church, like it just
and it's
dissolved.
crazy. And you know, it's interesting that I think the lady that was doing all that stuff, my mom used to know her.
Huh?
Kind of. And that apparently that lady, the presence that that lady had was very strong, if that makes any sense. Like
Yeah,
you'll get that kind of weird, around her.
like good weird or bad weird? Because I've noticed a
Bad
difference
will.
in people.
No, no, bad. Like bad.
Bad.
You kind of feel like you feel that energy, like, okay, this is, yeah, you don't want to be around this person.
Dang. Yeah, yeah, but I have heard that story. I mean, that story, it actually happened.
No,
But
no, yeah, no, I know it happened because a lot of people have said it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And, you know, whatever, she tried doing witchcraft in the middle of church during a funeral service. Or I don't
Yeah,
know,
and that's
was it a
that.
funeral service? Or did they just bring his coffin there? I don't remember. I remember
From what I heard.
supposedly it was like super like uncool. It was like out of this world. Nobody was expecting it to happen. Then they tried to resurrect the
Because
dead guy in the middle of church.
what's
And
interesting
literally
though,
that day that church like dissolved. Everybody just
well,
left. Nobody came
what's
back.
interesting what's interesting though is usually when someone dies, right?
Yeah,
They usually take the coffin to a church, don't they?
yeah, for like a viewing.
For a viewing. So right there at that church in Rosemead, I think that's the only one that happened there, right? That's the only, from what I know.
Maybe,
I don't think there was anything else, right? I always wonder that if any other, like,
I don't remember.
I
I don't
wonder.
know. There we've had like I believe there's viewings, but like you know the body wasn't there.
Yeah, yeah, that's what's trippy. Like I
But from what
I
I
don't know.
remember, I don't even think it was like a viewing. I think the guy passed, and then people just showed up with his coffin, like
Yeah,
just
I
one
don't know.
random Sunday.
It's just a blur. It was a
Yeah, it
weird.
happened a long time ago. So,
No, for
and
sure.
I've
And
only heard like secondhand from about it.
yeah,
But
because you were there around like what 2005 and up, right, or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
And I've been there since like 90, like 96, 97. So I
Hmm.
kind of was in there, but I wasn't really there. That makes sense. So I was in that era, but I wasn't, at that moment when that happened.
Right, right.
So if that makes any sense.
Yeah, man. Churches are crazy, dog.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
I mean, it's great, but they're crazy. You got to take the good with
Yeah,
the crazy. I'll be honest.
yeah,
Yet, unlike some of the creepier ones, this one seems incredibly peaceful. What do you think? So that's 5 believed ghost photographs.
Hey.
I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you haven't already checked out my new website, it would mean the world to me if you could.
Oh.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.
Coo. That was a
yeah.
decent
Very
video.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a decent top five. Does pretty good stuff.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool photos here. Have you ever seen like crazy like ghost photo stuff? Like personally,
Um,
like someone took a picture and they're like, "What the
no,
hell is this?"
never. To be
No.
honest, I have never looked back because I have a lot of old photos,
Hmm.
and I've noticed that there's sometimes like these white, smoke leaking things that now that I think about it, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and just look at old video pictures. Do you have anything that you should go
Um,
back maybe and just see just because sometimes it's interesting when you look at like your history, you're like, huh, this is very interesting. I always
I don't
kind of get amazed when
I don't have any like personal ones. I know like when I first started getting into like paranormal stuff, I want to
Mhm.
say I started like just taking random pictures. This is back
Yeah,
when digital cameras weren't a thing.
yeah.
So it was just like I had like a disposable camera or something. And I was just kind of like going through my house taking pictures, just being stupid. And I do remember like catching weird stuff.
Mhm.
Like I was taking a picture down the hallway, and the funny part was I was literally a kid. And
Uh-huh.
at the time I already like knew about ghosts and things like that, and I was like, all right, cool, ghost hunting stuff. There wasn't much stuff on TV. I think at the time maybe Sightings was coming out on Fox.
You know what's interesting though that when I look at a lot of the photos that
Hmm.
I have a lot of photos with my mom, but I don't really have photos with my dad. Do you have photos like that with both? A lot, or do you feel that one is more than another, or like they're even?
No, I mean we did like family photos and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I have like plenty
And
of
random
photos of just
photos too?
both of them.
What about like random photos?
Yeah, yeah, just like random stupid candid photos and stuff like that, you know.
What I don't have is video though. I wish I had a lot of video,
Yeah, at the
like
time,
from the
like
80s and
whatever,
90s.
video
Because I
was
noticed
still a new thing, you
there's
know.
people that I've seen on YouTube where they're like recording in the 80s, and I'm like, damn, I wish I would have thought like that back then. That would have been great footage
Yeah, yeah,
for
it
every
would have
little
been
thing.
interesting.
Oh, today is this birthday. Oh, today we're going to Nods, or today we're going to the movie. You know what I mean? Like, you know how people record stuff like that, like
Yeah,
vlogs.
yeah,
That's
yeah, it's
crazy
interesting.
when people do that. When people do that, because it looks like a time capsule thing.
Yeah, 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 it's pretty cool. I mean, I can't remember. It was like camera equipment back then, like super expensive, wasn't it? Or
Yeah, from what I heard,
camcorders.
yeah.
Camcorders were really super expensive back then.
Wait, do you have any video at all
No,
of
no,
your
of course not.
parents? So you don't have nothing like your parents, nothing at all.
No,
Video.
no.
Okay.
I think at the most
Okay.
like I think my aunt has like a voicemail from my mom before she passed away,
Okay.
and
But
she
pictures
like
you do have. Pictures you do have, right?
yeah, pictures I
That you do
have,
have a
yeah,
lot. I
yeah,
have tons of pictures. Okay.
yeah. Um, but the going back to my little story thing, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, even then I was into like whatever ghost hunting,
Yeah.
and I remember just
Yeah.
taking pictures like throughout the house with like a disposable camera or whatever. And I remember like in two or three photos, I saw weird stuff, but then I wasn't
What?
sure. Like at the time, there wasn't like, oh yeah, these are spirit balls, or these are
Yeah.
this, or this is
Yeah.
that, these
Yeah.
are orbs, these are whatever. But I caught stuff like that, and it was
Do
like,
you have them?
nah, these are
Oh.
super old photos. I probably threw them away or whatever because I thought they were
Oh.
probably nothing or whatever. But I remember I remember two photos standing out to me. One was I took a picture down the hallway, and the first picture I took, um, was just normal. But then the
Right.
second picture I took, all of a sudden you see like orbs everywhere. And I was like, what? And I was like kind of like looking back and forth. I'm like, how come this one's normal and this one's got like stuff in it? And then so I took a third picture. Not that I knew that already, but I took three pictures in the same hallway.
Yeah.
And the third picture, I think I was moving down the hallway.
Huh.
So I think I was in the other side of the hallway. I took two pictures going straight down, and then as I kind of walked down the hallway, I took another picture at like the top of our stairs.
Mhm.
And so in one picture there's nothing, and the second picture there's what looks like it'd be a bunch of orbs, and in the third picture I'm like farther down the hallway. There's like a big squiggly line,
What
and I
the?
think even then I thought, oh, there's something messed up in the film.
What year was this? If you know
God,
what
1994,
if you were to get it.
maybe before I went to high school.
Oh wow, so this is like over 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, this is a long time ago.
Like I said, I just had like a disposable camera. I think I probably watched something about ghosts on TV, and I was like,
Right,
oh,
right.
I want to take
Yeah.
pictures of ghosts and stuff, you know. And
That's the only thing. Honestly, that's the only thing I regret. Um, like I told you, not recording video. But obviously, videos was expensive. But
yeah,
I wish I would have recorded every moment if I can. Like if I
I
could, if I would
mean,
have been that type of person.
you and CEO Kevin, you guys like to watch like old school like video footage stuff, but it's like, dude, it's so rare, you know. Like it's
No, not a lot of
nobody
people do
had
it.
camcorders then, you know, and then even if they did, they didn't think nothing of them, and they tossed them eventually, you know.
No, because there's this guy that I follow. His name is fuck, I forgot his name. Either Arcade or some. He has a weird name. But he recorded everything since like the 80s, like every little thing. Oh, I'm going to my first job, or I'm going here to this. I'm like, damn, like he's vlogging, like
Yeah, I
that's
don't know. Do you think
crazy.
he just was doing it to do it, or you think he had that mindset of like, hey, someday this is going to be interesting?
I don't know. From what I see in his videos, it looks like he was just recording at the time, and you could tell that he goes to like family reunions and stuff, and his family's already like, get away from the camera, like he's already tired, like people get tired of him just be shoving the camera in the people's faces. But when you look back, I wish I had stuff like that. It would have been cool. Have a lot of footage like that
Yeah, would have been interesting.
because there's a lot of stuff. Trips that I took. I wish I would have recorded.
Hmm. Yeah, it would have been cool. But I mean, you know, whatever. You can't look at that stuff now and be like, "Oh man, I wish I can go back in time and record everything I ever did." Like that's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because now it's just a memory. Like to me, all those are to me. It just feels like a blur memory. Like
yeah,
that's all I
exactly. I
remember.
mean, you ever been in those situations where like, "Oh man, like this is like beautiful," and someone's like, "Oh, take a picture." I'm like, "Nah, I don't need to take a picture of this. Like, I
Mm-mm.
just want to experience it." You know, like me personally, I feel like sometimes taking a photo of something that I'm experiencing or seeing or whatever, I feel like it
Not
like
the same.
dulls the moment.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know some people, you know, they go to the Grand Canyon and they take a picture of the Grand Canyon and they're like, "Oh, wow, it's so amazing." But like while I'm there at the Grand Canyon, I want to experience the Grand Canyon. I don't want to like be worried about having to take pictures of the Grand Canyon. That's just my mentality.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's kind of like a lot of people, when they say, "Oh, I'm gonna take a picture of my food plate." I'm like, that's so stupid. Like for me, that's how
Yeah.
I see it. You know what I mean? I don't find. I
I
mean, I
think that
get
shit's
other people.
embarrassing when people like pull
Other
their camera
people
out and
find
take a
it.
picture of their food. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Put your phone away.
Other people find that fascinating, but I find it stupid. But
Yeah, I find it really dumb. I do. I don't know. Maybe I'm
yeah,
just
but
embarrassed by social media.
anyways, good video.
Yeah, yeah. So, thank you all for joining us. We've been the Eerie Cast. Please like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy the content. We'll be back with some more. Hopefully, we'll get the rest of the crew back on here eventually. And we're still looking into doing the Eerie gaming. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to being scared out of my wits.
Yeah, yeah. I just looked into the capture card. It's only like $20 for the. It's like a little adapter that goes into
Uh,
the Switch, and then that adapter goes into the PC, and then you're ready to go. So I might look into that so I can start
okay, yeah, that'd
streaming a
be
lot of
cool.
Switch games. Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff on the Switch.
You
You
gotta get
can't find
scared though.
nowhere.
You gotta be really like, duh, duh, duh.
Oh, yeah, that'd be scary.
Oh man. All right.
All right,
Have a good one.
later, everyone.
Laters.